Hey guys, it's ItsSMOGONdevo, back at it with some more Pokemon Go PvP content. Something very different. We're going to be looking at some freestyle content. So if you didn't know, I'm actually part of this Discord server where one really cool thing about it is that you can sign up for these tournament lobbies. Basically, you guys will build up to Ultra Friends, and then once a month, you guys will do the monthly cup, ranked or unranked, depends on what you want to do. And then they also do these really cool freestyle tournaments too. So freestyle is different than the monthly cups because you can use any Pokemon available in the Great League. There is obviously a meta that forms around it, but I find it really interesting and will give me something new to cover as we continue going on. So I'm pretty excited to release this content. I spent a lot of time working on the thumbnails and the backgrounds for this. So I've never actually done freestyle content before, so I was kind of nervous in these battles because Obviously, I reviewed the matchups a little bit, but I wasn't entirely sure on how they actually play out. Very new to me, so don't expect me to do amazingly. I'm not sure if I can actually win this tournament. I'm more so doing this just to have fun and do a little bit of other stuff outside of the monthly cups. Also show you guys the other side to PvP, so that hopefully I can garner some interest in the Discord server. I would love to see more of you there. You know, I frequent there a lot, so I'm always looking to talk, help you guys out with your teams. So yeah, I'll leave a link to that in the comments. Definitely go check it out. I don't want to spend too much more time rambling about Great League and Freestyle. So let's just jump into these battles. We're going to go over his team, and then I'll explain the picks I used. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Alright, so here we are. You can see my team down here for this first series of Freestyle. I went with Umbreon, Azumarill, Haunter, Probopass, Altoria, and Deoxys. Umbreon's a little bit of a weird pick, but I do have a reason for picking it. But he went with Deoxys, Bastiodon, Medicham, Cresselia, Altoria, and Azu. So looking at his team straight away, I know that I wanted to use Haunter, because Haunter can put in a crazy amount of work versus his team. Really, it's just going to be worried about Cress and Bastiodon. So looking at Haunter, I knew I didn't want to lead with it because I prefer to save it. And I knew it was weak to Bastiodon and Cress. So I decided that Probopass would be a great option to have with it in the back as well. That way I'd be able to take on Cress and Probopass where Haunter might fall short of. So then it was really just up to deciding what lead I wanted. I decided that Deoxys defense actually leads well against pretty much his entire team. The only thing that would put up a real fight for it would be Altoria. It can't beat Altoria. And I definitely didn't want to lead Haunter just because I didn't want to lose it so quick. And I didn't want to lose Probopass to anything because if he brought the Bastiodon or the Cress, and I didn't have Probopass ready to defend Haunter, it was going to be really bad for me. So I knew for sure that I wanted Haunter and Probopass in the back. It was just really up to deciding the lead. I definitely could have led Azu, but I saw more positive matchups coming off the Deoxys defense. So I decided to lead against that because it's pretty safe versus most of the meta. Really great mon, and especially versus his team, there aren't many things that can beat it. Again, he only had the Altoria. So that was the mindset I was going in, keep Haunter and Probopass alive, and lead whatever had the most positive matchups for me. So let's just jump into these battles, and we'll go ahead and check that out, see how effective my strategy was. Yeah, let's go ahead and go over there. Alright, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and go with that Deoxys defense lead. Keep Haunter and Probopass in the back, because together they should be able to destroy the rest of his team. Just waiting to see what he leads with here. But yeah, Haunter's a really, really crazy Pokemon in Great League, and it can pretty much take out anything provided that it lands a Shadow Ball. Alright, I do have the Legacy Haunter here, so it's running a Shadow Claw, Shadow Punch, and Shadow Ball. I really do love Haunter, and I knew I had to include it on my team as soon as I saw the Sims and what it was capable of. It's no joke, guys. Probopass was really cool too, so I wanted to check it out. But here we go. We lead with Deoxys into the mirror. So this is good for me. It means that I don't have to worry about Probopass being beaten down by Deoxys at least. So here I'm just going to try to piggy him as much as I can. Not going to shield the first move. And I hadn't actually used Deoxys really, so seeing it take those hits was pretty crazy to me. But I'll return this Thunderbolt for his Rock Slide. A little bit of lag here. But here I'm just going to continue farming him down and try to piggy him again. He switches out, and I go for this Thunderbolt. Sorry about the lag. Into Altoria, but since he switches into Altoria, I can go into my Probopass. And I hadn't actually got to test a Probopass versus an Altoria before this, so I wasn't too sure on how bulky it actually was. But I decided not to shield this move, and it does almost nothing to Probopass. So I'll just continue farming a little bit more energy and landing this Rock Slide. Do a ton of damage, so now I'm going to farm even more energy versus his Altoria. But we can get this Rock Slide off. He will let his Altoria go down, which is great for me. I'll go for another Rock Slide to whatever comes in. It was Bastiodon. This is a pretty good matchup for Probopass if it was not so low. So I'm trying just to get a Thunderbolt off. I can get to the Thunderbolt before Bastio gets to a charge move. Does an okay amount of damage, so I'm going to try to get another one off. I shield this because I know that if I get a little bit more energy, I can launch another Thunderbolt. So I push for that Thunderbolt, and luckily for me, I am able to get it. Do a little bit more damage to Bastio. He does shield it, so I burn that final shield. His Bastio comes in with a little bit more energy, so I'm going to bring in Deoxys. Just waiting for my switcher to cool down a bit. I don't really want to burn the shield because I'm half expecting to have to save it for Haunter, so I don't take the move. For some reason, he decides to Flamethrower, which is good for me, and makes it so Deoxys can chip down Bastio even more. Now I do have a shield in the back. I'm going to go for Thunderbolt, not really knowing... Or sorry, I knew he had Deoxys in the back, so I go for Thunderbolt, and I'm able to do a ton of damage. Now I'm going to shield. I wanted to hide what I had in the back, actually, so I was thinking that my Deoxys could just knock out his. Was going for a Thunderbolt, but honestly, Psycho Boost probably would have been enough. But now he hasn't seen what I had in the back, so that's really good for me. So when I'm deciding my second team, I actually just decide to go with the exact same comp, leading Deoxys again with Haunter and Probo in the back. He never saw Haunter, so I'm trying to use that to my advantage. So I never even had to use Haunter, and because of that, I'm thinking I can surprise him with how powerful it is. So we go ahead and lead Deoxys again into Medicham. He switches out Medicham right away into Altoria. I farm up a little bit of energy and go for a Psycho Boost, trying to chip it. And then I switch back into Probopass after burning a shield. And now this is just a farm, so I'm not going to shield this move. Goes for a Sky Attack and it does nothing to Probo. Go for a Rock Slide immediately, trying to take out this Altoria and keep my Probo healthy. He decides to shield it, so now I'm just going to farm up as much energy as I can. Dragon Breath is chipping me down pretty steadily. I'm not going to burn any shields here. He goes for a Dragon Pulse and I scoff that off too. Now I'm going to go ahead and go for this Rock Slide. Knock out the Altoria. Very narrowly. Farm up some more energy here. It's getting close, so I decide to actually just try to go for this Rock Slide before he can knock me out. Knock out that Altoria there. Trying to get to another Rock Slide, but he has Medicham in the back. But now I can bring in my Haunter and just farm away at this Medicham. So I'm going to shield this move, obviously. Goes for an Ice Punch, so it's a good thing that I shielded. Why wouldn't I shield though when I have 2 and he has 0? Gonna farm him up a little bit and go for a Shadow Punch. Don't want him to get too much more energy, so I can try to preserve at least 1 shield. Knock out the Haunter, or sorry, the Medicham, and now he brings in Deoxys, and I'll get this Shadow Ball off and completely destroy Deoxys. So we go ahead and take our first battle, or sorry, our first game. Yeah, so that's the first game in our freestyle tournament. I did manage to win, and I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, what can I say? I really like Haunter. It has so much potential to destroy a team. You saw it even one-shot at Deoxys defense. Of course, it is a super effective hit, but in my practice videos, I was watching it one-shot with not very effective damage against like a Honchkrow. It's pretty crazy. I do really like Deoxys defense. I didn't want to run Medicham. I wanted to be a little different. My team ended up being pretty close to standard though. But yeah, I didn't want to run Medicham, so I was looking for something to supplement it. Deoxys defense is perfect, and it doesn't lose to Medicham and can beat Azu, which is pretty cool. Probopass was surprising me. I didn't expect it to be as good as it actually turned out to be. Puts in work against Bastiodon and performs similarly to Bastiodon itself too. So I do like Probopass. I have a few more battles coming up. This was just round 1 of the tournament, or I guess game 1. I did manage to win that, so that's going to be good for me. We're going to move into the next battles going forward. Not sure when I'm going to get that out. I'm going through these slowly as the battles come up. It is an online remote tournament, so the matches aren't as quick as it would be at like a locals. It could take anywhere from like 2 to 4 days to actually complete the rounds. So yeah, I'll just get these out as I can. But that's going to be it for me for this video. If you guys could, please leave a comment. Go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you like this freestyle series. I find it really fun and I'm pretty excited. So if you do like this kind of content going forward, I'll definitely do more of them. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Take care for now. Look out for some more freestyle content.